Phenomenally. Peace to the gods and the goddesses, man. About to do a quick little video. I already know what it is, man. But man, we just gonna be talking, man. You know, I put the uploaded the video, man. You know, peace to the God, CB. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? Resurrecting pussy. Or as my dude say, that nigga Dr. Moutoirs, puss eye. You know what I'm saying? That's what he calls it. He calls it the puss eye. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dr. Moutoirs. Yo, one thing I realized, man, that when you talk about these portals, sex organs, people get all uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Now I'll put it in the description. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Not rest in peace. Cause you know what I'm saying? I don't say rest in peace. Because gods never rest. That's an illusion. You never rest. The body recharges. When you go to sleep, your body is recharging. You never rest. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about the soul or the spirit, that never rests. That never gets tired. It never sleeps. It never eats. You know what I'm saying? All of those things cater to the flesh. When you vibe, you know what I'm saying? But when you outside the flesh, you don't have to do none of that. Because that's required for the body. For biology. You know what I'm saying? It's not required for the energy source that's driving the body. You know what I'm saying? For instance, what does electricity eat? Electricity is a power source. You know what I'm saying? They use apparatuses to channel it in, you know what I'm saying, as a fuel source to keep bringing it in here. But electricity exists without all of that. You know what I'm saying? How do you know that? Man, look at the damn clouds. You know what I'm saying? The real electricity. Not the fake one, the watered down one that they got us using. You know what I'm saying? Electricity that's in that clouds, that lightning bolt. You know what I'm saying? Lightning. You know, your lightning is a stronger force than electricity. You know what I'm saying? But what does lightning eat? It doesn't eat anything. Energy, you know what I'm saying? What does the sun eat? Pure energy. The sun is pure energy. What does that eat? You know what I'm saying? So I don't say rest in peace. That's an illusion. That's catering to the illusion, because we do not rest. We resurrect. Where do we resurrect? In the woman's vagina, aka the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Talk about these things and people get all uncomfortable. Now I put R.I.P. resurrecting pussy, peace to the God, Dr. C. You know what I'm saying? So you got people up there talking about, yo, that's disrespectful. And this is coming from females. So you telling me that a pussy is disrespectful? You have a pussy, but that's disrespectful. Really? You see what I'm saying? How these people, they don't think. They go into all these emotional descriptions, and that's because that's how they was programmed to see themselves. You gotta know that the so-called black race has been programmed on many different subconscious levels to hate themselves. Anything that God implemented into the carbonated man and the carbonated woman that's natural, they hate. Look at the females. They hate their hair. They think their hair is a bad thing. God put that there for a specific reason. You know what I'm saying? That's there for a specific, vital reason. But because man programs you to see that as a flaw instead of a perk, you got all the sisters out here running, well, not all, but you got a majority of the sisters out here running around with perms, wigs, and weaves. So anytime these sisters are around the real sisters, the organic sisters, because you got a lot of GMO sisters out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the black woman is a false god. You know what I'm saying? The black woman is not God. Because black is a title for cattle-owned property. And we're not black. We're not the same color as this. If you want to talk about color, we're not color. If you want to talk about status, we ain't status. We ain't cattle-owned property. You know what I'm saying? So the black woman is a false god. She walks around with a false image. You know what I'm saying? Because as I stated before in past videos, your thoughts create your reality. So if you assume that you were human, you would mutate into a human. So that's why they walking around with wigs on their head, because they want their hair to look like the humans. You know what I mean? So a black woman is a false god. Running around here, you know what I'm saying, changing the way, or not even changing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say what it is. Mutating. They mutating the way how God molded them. And that's because they have been programmed on so many levels that they hate themselves. And you got to know that if you hate the way God made you, that's basically saying that I hate God. You know what I'm saying? That's basically saying you hate God. You know what I'm saying? You basically saying you put the humans over God. That's subconsciously what you're doing. You wasn't aware of it. You're aware of it now. All you sisters out there with the perms, wigs, and the weaves, and the Jerry curl juice dripping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hate God because you hate the way how God molded you. And that's because you have been programmed on so many subconscious levels. And just because you see a race of mutants walking around here with the wigs, the perms, and the weaves, and the Jerry curl juice dripping, y'all think it's okay. But that's just a society of mutants that you're looking at. Mutated people. You know what I'm saying? So God gave you a vagina. God gave the men, you know what I'm saying, an obelisk, a penis. But when people talk about those very vital portals, you know what I'm saying? The woman's vagina is a portal. The man's penis is a wormhole. You know what I'm saying? The man's penis shoots energy through the wormhole and plants a seed in the soil known as the woman's vagina. But when we talk about these things, we hate it. People get all uncomfortable when you say penis or vagina or dick or pussy. Why are you getting uncomfortable for something that God gave you? You see, that's how you know God don't deal with emotions. People get all emotional about something that God gave you, but what God gave you supersedes emotions. Just imagine if you was at the comprisement of the body. Just imagine if you was included in the table, the round table. Matter of fact, not even the round table, the pyramid table. Just imagine if you was included in the pyramid table, and the gods was you know what I'm saying, going over the design of the body and say, well, you know, we're gonna put these organs here because these are vital instruments that when they are combined, they open up portals and allow souls and spirits to come through this dimension and occupy bodies that are tailor-made to represent planetary terms and conditions. Just imagine if you was there and you talking about, well, I don't know, man, why we gotta do that? I feel so awkward. A pussy and a dick, a penis and a vagina. Oh, come on, that's so disrespectful. God ain't emotional, man. Get out your damn emotions, man. You don't realize that is the downfall of the God race? To decipher everything with emotional. That's the people who act emotional when those things are mentioned. They are just expressing how they have been programmed to not comprehend what God perfectly understands. You know what I'm saying? These people are sick on many different levels, man. You got to know that physical sickness is a byproduct of a mental disease. You have to be mentally sick in order to be physically sick. There's no such thing as a physical sickness existing without someone being mentally sick. Because the mind is the portal. As I stated before, your mind is the inception, or imagery is the inception to manifestation. And the images come through your mind. You have to see yourself doing things first before you do it. So you will have to visualize the vagina or the penis as something bad, because somebody programmed you to see it that way. You know, your rap videos, chicks shaking their ass, sliding up and down poles. You know what I'm saying? Guys always, you know what I'm saying? They show a disrespectful representation to the penis when they just running around here having aimless, wild sex. That's a way how you violate and disrespect something that's sacred. Don't think that the woman's vagina is the only thing that's sacred. The man's portal, his wormhole, should I say, is very sacred as well. This ain't no competition to see who's more sacred. There is no such thing as someone that's more sacred. We both important, period. The hell with the ego. That more sacred and more special, that's all got to do with the ego. Both are very vital. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? They running around here having all this wild sex. You, like I stated before in past videos, you have check them archives, man, because you know there's a lot of things going around. People, you know, I ain't even get into all that, man. Check them archives, man. I did a video a while back talking about how females. Somebody had posted a video on Facebook, man, about some dude taking some girl out, and he was trying to get some buns, and he just basically said, well, he spent all this money and did all this and all that, and now you can't put out. And she was trying to make it look like, you know how the normal things is. She trying to make it look like she's not ready to, you know what I'm saying, open the legs and let him in. But the reality is, she was, when you do, like, when you go on dates, for that example, how he was spending his money on her. See, the females, they always quick to receive the money, because that's a sexual energy that's being transmitted through them, because money is based on sex. You know what I'm saying? That's why the money is green, because it symbolizes fertility, as in spring, when life springs into existence. So the money that's being spent on the females is a form of sex. They get microscopic orgasms, and you have girls out there, and it's on many levels. Don't think it's just the money. Girls seeking attention from men, that's a form of sex, because they like how it makes them feel. You like how sex make you feel. It makes you feel important when you have a whole bunch of guys that's on you or paying attention to you, because the reality is, deep down, you know you ain't really worth nothing. So you have to subliminally try to manipulate these men, because you know that they weak. You know what I'm saying? Because all they want to talk about is sex. They might try to front like they ain't really trying to talk about it, but before you know it, that's the only thing they're going to be talking about. Sex. And these females, they know this. They know that these guys is weak. So they will subliminally flirt with them, lead them on, because they like that energy that the man is throwing off to them, because that's a form of sexual energy that they actually feeding off of. And that's because they got a spirit on them. They got a spirit on them that's using them as a medium to transfer that feeling so they can feel. You know what I mean? So it's many different levels, you know what I'm saying, that the females, you know what I'm saying, feed, or should I say, use the sex magic. Many different levels. But yeah. So we talk about these organs, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine if you was at the table, the pyramid table with the gods. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? The mental sickness, man, is so deeply rooted. It became a lifestyle. It became a lifestyle for the god race to be sick. It became a lifestyle for the god race to eat fake food. It became a lifestyle for the goddess to be a black woman, which is a GMO god. You know what I'm saying? A false goddess. It became a lifestyle for the black man to be a bum. A false god, a thug, a gangster, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It became a lifestyle, and it became a hobby. You know what I'm saying? It became a lifestyle to telling lies. It became a lifestyle to telling lies. You know what I'm saying? And when you check people on these lies, they know who they are. When you check these people on the lies, they avoid it. And they try to throw things in there. Well, you saying that you don't know? Anybody said that, bruh? Where the hell you heard that at? You already got it documented. You know what I'm saying? With your Macedonia, with your Macedonia remix flag. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? It became a lifestyle. Basically, it became a lifestyle for the God race to be a human. It became a hobby. It became a hobby to eating good food. Real food. It became a hobby to telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? It became a hobby. It became a hobby to act civil. Act like a god or a goddess. Those are all hobbies. Everything is backwards right now. It became a lifestyle for the damn God race to anticipate failure, son. You know what I'm saying? It became a lifestyle for the God race to be afraid of the way how God set things up, man. You mention these organs and everybody just get all uncomfortable because subconsciously, you know what I'm saying, you have been programmed to hate yourself on all levels. You know what I'm saying? They got that mental sickness going. On all levels you hate yourself. When you see all these false images on TV, because that's all it is, false light. It's not even light, it's electricity mimicking light. It's looking at all these false images, and you constantly see those images. You know, like I stated before, imagery is the inception to manifestation. So you see those images on screen, you know what I'm saying? That's not coming from the cosmos. That's coming from cable vision. You know what I'm saying? That's not coming from the cosmos. That's coming from Comcast. It's not coming from cosmos. From the cosmos, it's coming from Verizon. You know what I'm saying? It's not coming from the cosmos. It's coming from DirecTV. All those images that you're seeing is not coming from the cosmos. They don't represent high light. They don't even represent light, period. They represent low spectrums, electricity, false light. They're showing you an illusion. Those images, the images of a goddess with wearing a wig, taking all these exotic pictures, subliminally manipulating the men, that's not an image of the goddess. That is an image of cable vision. That is an image that came from the lower light spectrum. That image would never be channeled down here to the planet from the cosmos, because the cosmos deal with balance. That's not balance. That's a distortion. Balance is it has to do with harmony in the energy. You know, when I'm talking about harmony, I ain't talking about no all peace. I'm talking about things are stable. You know what I'm saying? Cosmos deal with harmony when things are stable. That image that you see of the goddess walking around with the perm wig and the weave, that is an unstable image. That represents chaos. That shows that her energy is not stable, is not intact. She has been looking at images from Earth instead of her pulling in, and him pulling in images from the cosmos. Highlight images showing you how you really supposed to look. Imagery is the inception to manifestation. So they programming us on many different levels with this television. You know what I'm saying? You already know what. You already know what the television is, man. Television is telepathically communicating with you, man. As I stated before, past videos, check the archives. We always been using mental telepathy, man. You telepathically move your body. You are the soul or the spirit inside of the body. Every time the body moves, that is by way of the soul or the spirit using different thought patterns to manipulate it. When I'm moving my fingers like this, that's all being done with thoughts. That's not being done physical, man. You got to know that the soul and the spirit is not physical. It's light. So when I'm doing this, I'm not physically doing this. I'm telepathically doing this. I'm sending signals throughout the network in the body, and the body is interpreting the signals that I'm sending from my soul throughout the nerves, you know what I'm saying, my skeleton as well, the antenna, and is deciphering it in real time. As soon as you think it, you do it. Real time. It ain't no lag. It ain't like no online connection, no lag. It ain't like NASA sending a signal to Saturn and it takes them like 30-45 minutes for it to get there. When you see people, like when you talk to people and you see them got a slow response, or it's gotta be like, huh? You know what I'm saying? You already know that they got to do with them not being able to push the light through their body, because it's numerous obstructions that's within the body, and that all got to do with different that all got to do with mucus existing in different parts of the body. You know what I'm saying? So you always been using mental telepathy, man. When I'm talking right now, I'm not really talking, man. You know what I'm saying? It might sound bugged out if this is the first time you're hearing it, but just think about it, man. You're not really talking, because the soul and the spirit doesn't have vocal cords. That got to do with the body. That is an instrument that's used to interpret different light patterns. You know what I'm saying? Your soul is made up of all the colors that you see, or should I say all the vibrations that you see that's coming from the sun. That's different types of energy, different levels of communication. That's why you got blue veins, red veins, you know what I'm saying, yellow veins, green veins, purple veins, which is just different wires. It's no different than when you're looking at a computer and you see all these different color wires. They transfer different types of energy, you know what I'm saying, to different conduits, and they interpret it based on the frequency that's being sent. So they call it a television. It's mentally, telepathically replacing your mind. The TV is, and you know, I already broke this thing down with this mind. You know, the mind got men in it, and you know, men is a deity of the moon. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking the language. The television is an artificial mind. There's many ways you could break it down before. You know what I'm saying? I also stated that it's an artificial pineal gland. That's why it's black. You know what I'm saying? Because your pineal gland, well, the pineal gland is not so much black, is a dark violet that appears to be black. But the television is an artificial pineal gland because it sends images to your mind. You know what I'm saying? It sends images to your mind. That's what the pineal gland does. For the people who activated their pineal gland, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from first-hand experience, man. I did this plenty of times, man. For the people who activated the pineal gland, they would know. You hear sound, because I heard sound before, and the sound sounds, whoop, man, 7.1 HD ain't got nothing on that damn sound. What? Yo, bruh. When you hearing that stuff, man, yo, it sounds like something that you never heard before. It sounds so damn enhanced. It's like, damn, that joint sound it would make Bose look like some bootleg 99-cent speakers you just caught from the 99-cent store. Some like 99-cent headphones. That's how that sound will make the Bose speakers sound. I'm talking about this. It's so crystal clear, man. It sounds so, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's on a whole nother level, B. You know what I'm saying? So, the TV is an artificial pineal gland. It sends images by way of telepathy. That's what the tele stands for. And the vision got to do with the gland. It's shooting the images. Because that's what the pineal gland does. When you pull them images in, it goes through the pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? Through the pineal gland. Activates the frontal lobe. Comes in by way of the frontal lobe. And in the pineal gland. Through the pineal gland. And the pineal gland filters it out. And based on the frequency, you will be able to see images and hear sound. Just like how you seeing this image on the screen and hearing the sound I'm talking. It'd be like that, but it would be way more enhanced. Way more enhanced. 14, what they got out there now? 4K? 4K ain't got nothing on the God vision. Word is bump. 4K ain't got a, no matter what K they come out with. They come out with 1 billion K. That still ain't got nothing on the God's vision. You know what I mean? So they programming us on many different levels to really hate ourselves, because if they could keep us in this emotional, distorted thinking, then we would never ascend. You got to come out the realm of emotions. And that was a sister who left that about the, you know, the RIP, resurrecting pussy. Like, how else you gonna come in this dimension? What you want to come out the ass? You know what I'm saying? What are you, gay? You probably gay. You know what I'm saying? What are you, gay? How else you gonna come out this dimension? Oh, should I say come to this dimension? You come through the woman's vagina. Why are you uncomfortable? You got a vagina. Why are you so uncomfortable with something that you have? You probably got a bad diet. You know what I mean? Probably eat fake food. You know, all that. You know what I'm saying? Comprehend got to do with actually knowing, not believing. Seeing is not believing. You put all these lies out here talking about seeing is believing. Seeing ain't believing. How the hell could seeing be believing? Believing is when you don't see. Seeing has to do with comprehending, knowing. That's an oxymoron. Seeing is believing. No. Not seeing is believing, meaning that you're not comprehending. You're not actually identifying what you're actually looking at. You ain't breaking it down and analyzing it to the T. So not seeing is believing. But seeing is knowing, because when you see, you comprehend. You could understand what you're looking at. You know exactly what it is. So then you know. Seeing is knowing, not believing. All these damn believers on the damn planet. Where are the damn knowers? Where the knowers at? What do you know? Never mind what you believe. What you believe is a personal opinion. Opinion is not a fact. It's an illusion. Opinions are illusions, man. Opinions are part of the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Opinions are in line with the creatures because they don't know. Facts are in sync with God's because the God knows. God don't believe. Picture God being a believer. Look at the state of the so-called black race right now, believing. Look at the state of the sisters believing that their hair is ugly. There is no such thing as ugly. That's an illusion. You really think if ugly existed, God would create all these different types of creatures? You're looking at a different, or when you're looking at all these different apparatus that some people might say is ugly or some people might say is attractive, what you're really looking at is energy being described on a different frequency. That's all you're looking at. Different types of energy vibrating differently. Ain't no ugly, ain't no cute. That all got to do with the ego. As I stated before, man, how you could identify a superficial person, see if they got pets. Superficial people stay with pets. All these girls with these little dogs out here. Oh, he's so cute. So 9 times out of 10, they man, the reason why they got with their man is because he cute. Ain't got nothing to do with his mental composition. Nothing. All got to do with because he's cute. And the same thing goes for the men. Same thing goes for the men. Because you got to be attracted to the pets to get them. You know what I'm saying? What about the mental attraction? We always talking about the damn physical attraction. What about the mental attraction? What about that? What about syncing the minds as one? Because you could never sync the body if you don't sync the mind. The mind has to be synced first in order to sync the body. You know what I'm saying? You cannot link with the body if you don't connect with the mind. You know what I'm saying? When I get online, they be talking about, before we even get in the lobby, they talking about what they say, syncing game settings. They syncing the game settings. They synchronizing the settings. Making sure that they match the frequencies of everybody that's in the lobby. If the frequencies don't get matched, say you got 16 people in the lobby, if each one of those persons, let's say 2 people don't get sync, guess what happens? They get kicked out the lobby, unable to join match. Relationships don't work because people are not mentally sick, so therefore they get kicked out the lobby, unable to join relationship. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in sync, and you could only be in sync if you connected to God. That's it. As I stated before in past videos, the only reality is God. All this stuff that you see down here is an illusion, man. You're looking at artificial zodiac ley lines, artificial zodiacs with all the cities. You know what I'm saying? Obelisk this. You're looking at cubes, fake cubes. Real cubes is light. This is the fake cube. How you know? One, there will come a day when this cube is no longer there. But the real cube, the real light will always be there. You know what I mean? So these people, they hate themselves on many subconscious levels because they have disconnected from God and reconnected to man. They disconnected from the sun and they reconnected with the moon. They ain't in tune with the sun no more. We telling people, sun gaze, charge your soul up, charge your spirit up. Things will start coming to you, man. Straight up. They gaze at TV all day, and you hear people talk about they don't watch TV, but they on YouTube all damn day. That's television. That's TV. Just because you think you ain't sitting up here watching cable vision, you know what I'm saying, or you ain't watching Netflix and chill, you know what I'm saying, you still watching the same instrument that portalizes those images. It's the same apparatus. You're just tapping into a different channel, but it's still electricity that you gazing at all day. So you calcify, you begin to lose your vision, and now you got to start wearing glasses because you're gazing at the damn monitor so much. You know what I'm saying? As I stated before, all electronic devices vibrate off a positive ionic frequency, and positive ions cause mucus in the body. So you gazing at the monitor all day with YouTube or whatever it is that you're watching, and you got mucus vibrating in your eyes. Now you can barely see. You know what I'm saying? We all fuzzed up in the game. Don't think because I can spit it like this that I'm somehow an exception to the rule, that I get the wave. Hell no, I don't get the wave. I'm fuzzed up in the game just like everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else. Everybody got their own little trials and tribulations that they got to come up out of, man. You know what I'm saying? I got my own trials and tribulations. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, they programmed us to hate ourselves on so many levels that every time we talk about something that's real, we're gonna be talking about natural. Anytime that we talk about things that's real, it makes us uncomfortable. And when we talk about things that's false, it makes us comfortable. Now you gotta analyze one person's entirety if they are uncomfortable around real. Why are you uncomfortable if you're surrounded by things that are real? You really need to ask yourself something. You really need to, you know what I'm saying? You really need to ask self. You really need to tap into who you really are, which is the soul or the spirit, and ask yourself, well, why am I uncomfortable? Let me stop fronting, because the reality is, man, you can't lie to yourself, man. That's why they say you can't lie to God, because you the damn God. You know exactly when you tell a lie before you tell it, because you conjure it up in your mind. You see yourself telling a lie and then you tell it. So you cannot lie to God. You can't lie to yourself. You could never lie to yourself, but you could lie to other people. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't read your mind on that level. Some people can. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody. So you really need to go inside yourself and ask yourself, well, you know, why am I uncomfortable around? I mean, why I gotta put this? Why do I really put this perm in my head? Ask yourself that, sisters. Why do I really put this perm in my head? I mean, why do I care what everybody else thinks? Why do I care? Period. Why did God put my hair like this? God is a mastermind thinker. You know what I'm saying? God is the master thinker. He's not the he's not the master solver. You know what I'm saying? He's the mastermind. He's not the master solver. You gotta know that when you reach a mastermind level, you know how things work. So therefore God would know how emotions work. God already figured out how emotions work because God created it. So you need to ask yourself, well, if God, you know what I'm saying, made my hair like this, and if I feel bad about my hair, then that would mean that God did it for a more greater significance. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with emotion. You know, I'm feeling some kind of way about my hair, but what's the real reason that God put my hair like this? Let me study why my hair is like this. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me think on it. Let me think. That's all you gotta do is think, and it will come to you, man. Think. That's why they don't want you to be in a room of solitude where you could gather your thoughts. Because when you begin to think, the answers will come to you, man. Think. You think, and don't try to use nothing that you learned from this dimension to give you the answer, because sometimes that throw you off. You know what I'm saying? Just think. Box out everything that they telling you, man. Box out all of that, all this imagery, how you supposed to wear this, what type of cream you supposed to put in your hair, how flat iron, blow dryer this, hot head dryer that. Never mind none of that. Just think. Why would God make my hair like this? Why? It has to be a significance, because God does things for a purpose. Gods don't do things because it look good. People get their hair done because it look good. But God is beyond looking good. God is about putting things in place to serve a great purpose. So why did God make my hair like this? Let me think about this real hard. God made your hair like that so that you could communicate with God back and forth without using satellite dishes like the humans. You know what I'm saying? Because your satellite dish serves as an artificial pineal gland as well, and it also deals with other functions. That's why I stated before, NASA has a satellite dish that's dedicated to watching the sun. When that satellite dish is watching that sun, it's sun gazing, and it's translating all of that intel that's coming from the sun.